West 2's Gail Pascal-Brown is live tonight. And Gail, what does the law say?
Well, Florida law justifies the use of deadly force if you're trying to prevent a forcible felony like burglary, rape, or kidnapping. Now, or if you yourself are afraid if you don't use the deadly force that you could be killed or seriously injured. Should Neighborhood Watch Captain George Zimmerman been allowed to carry a gun? Criminal defense attorney Richard Hornsby says no. Zimmerman should have been scrutinized more closely before being able to obtain a concealed weapons permit.
He was arrested by a police officer for resisting that officer, and then subsequently he was able to keep or get a carrying concealed weapons permit.
Today, the Brady campaign came out with this statement. Trayvon's life has been lost not because of an accident, but because of the easy access to a gun by a violent person permitted by a state with weak gun laws. Attorney John Guttmacher wrote the book on Florida's firearms law and says there's nothing weak about it. Should we revisit this issue of who gets the permits and who doesn't?
I don't think so, because the permits have been working out so well, and the rate of people involved in any type of criminal activity with a permit is such a low percent. It's not even 1%.
The law says never use deadly force in self-defense unless you are afraid that if you don't, you will be killed or seriously injured.
You're not supposed to be the aggressor. You're not supposed to place yourself in situations where you might need to use the gun.
So was George Zimmerman justified to shoot and kill Trayvon Martin?
We weren't there. We don't have any information. We don't even know on the 911 tape, is it the kid, yelling for help, or is it George?
He committed no crime. My son wasn't doing anything but walking on the sidewalk. And I just don't understand why this situation got out of control.
Now, this just in from the Sanford Police Department. When you look at the timing of the 8 calls that came in, the first one came in at about 7:09:34 by George Zimmerman. Then 7 calls later, the last one came in at 7:19:04, which means, according to the timeline, in less than 10 minutes from the very first call to 911, Trayvon Martin was killed. I'm Gail Pascal-Brown, live in Sanford, outside the retreated Twin Lakes subdivision in Sanford for West 2 News.